Alright, good day my friends, welcome back. It's Model Builders Monday and it's a Tuesday. I know, I'm a bad YouTuber. What the hell can I say? Life has been busy, winding down summer. It has been a great summer, but it's winding down, so trying to get everything done before that happens. So today's model builder of the past week, or I guess two if you're like me and missed last week's, he needs no introduction. You guys know who he is, but we're going to introduce him anyways.
Welcome to the Musclecar Modeler. My name is Raul.
So there you go. Raul, you know what? Everybody probably seen his channel and watches his channel that subscribes to my channel, and you guys already probably seen this build on his channel. But you know what? I think it's worthy of mentioning because I really like the look of the car that he did here. And we'll actually, you know what? Let him introduce the build.
In this week's build I'm featuring here, this is a 1970 Mustang Mach 1. And this is a Twister Special. This is a very specific package that was meant for a very specific market.
So I decided to highlight this week this build because not only I like the look of this car, the color.
Grabber orange here.
I love 70 Mustangs, so I could be biased a little bit. Even though this is a basic build, and Raul says he'd done some things wrong on this build.
And also, none of them had the Magnum 500s from Ford. They had the base dog dish wheels and hubcaps, which I didn't have, but I like these Magnum 500s myself. And then also, every one of them should have a shaker, so this hood is technically wrong on my build here.
I'm highlighting this build because I have a little story of my own experience with one of these cars in real life. So if you check out what Raul did here, it's got looks to me like the correct coloring on this car. I like that it has a big block, very nicely done, very beautifully done. I like how Raul goes over the history of these cars, how they came into being, the production numbers on these cars, and that's another point that I gotta mention on my own little story. Now, way back in the late 1980s, I had a GTO Le Mans that I used to cruise around my city, but I went to Winnipeg, a city 2 hours away from where I lived, and I went to a cruise night there, and I ran into a guy with a GTO convertible there. So I went cruising with this guy. This guy with the GTO convertible had a friend he was meeting, and his friend had, yes, a Twister Special 1970 Mustang. So I went cruising with these guys one night, and then about a week later I went back, or 2 weeks after, I went back to the regular cruise night and cruised around with these guys. I thought it was really cool. At that time, he said he had sold the car to somebody in the USA. I trying to remember my pricing figures. I think it was around the 20,000 or 12,000. I think it was around the $12,000 mark. I'm not sure. Maybe 20. I can't remember. I just remember 12 or 20 there. Like I say, that's the late 80s. My God, that's hard to remember. Now, the car that he had was actually a 428 car, automatic. So that would mean, technically, according to what Raul's numbers is, that would make it one of 24 Twister Special Mustangs. And I bet that guy is regretting selling it since then, because now I can't. I'm sure it's somewhere deep in the six figures. Very nice car back in the day. I remember it was the original paint on it, except for a couple little areas that he spot painted. So God, I can't believe I remember that. I remember the guy and walking around the cruise night, and my friend with the GTO convertible ended up, the fuel pump was leaking fuel everywhere, and I said, oh, I can fix it, don't worry. And he doesn't know much about cars. He says, oh, I'll get my mechanic to fix it. and I hopped under there, and it was just one of the lines had a cut in it, so I tried to snip the line and moved it up onto the filter, being an electric fuel pump there. It has a rear gas tank area fuel pump. So anyways, yeah, I'm going way off on tangents. So check out Raul. I'll link him in the channel. I'm sure you guys seen it, but you know what? It's worth, or what did I say? Link it in my channel? Link it in the description column. Oh my God, Chuck. Get me on camera. What happens? So yeah, go check him out. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm sure you have already, but it's well worthwhile. Yep, this week, Raul, cheers to you. Actually, cheers to all your builds. You like Mopars, you got a lot of Mopars, so hey, you're a friend of mine for Mopars. Loving. A lump of something there, that's not good. I think that was my cereal or what? Maple bacon, what do you expect? Anyways, enough blah blah blah. Thanks for checking out today's video. I gotta upload a video tomorrow on build, what I'm doing. So it's a Mopar on the bench. You guys know it already. Kuda. Okay, stay awesome until next video. Cheers, my friends.